I got 3, I got -2. All right, these are the answers I got on number 10. Let me look at my answer sheet wherever I put it. 3, -2. All right, anybody got a question before we start on 1 through 6? All right, 1 through 6 are the new type problems that we need to focus on from Wednesday. 35 minus 4, 2x plus 4 minus 3 equals 12. All right, make sure y'all's phones are up. Everybody's watching me on number 1. We haven't really gone over one like number 1, guys, but y'all should be able to do it. You want to start off by first just distributing -4. Go ahead and do that, and then add up like terms on the left side. You might want to watch us on 1 through 6, Fisher. Everybody watch us on 1 through 6. All right, Kai, Daniel, make sure y'all look at number 1 while we're doing 1. All right, so after you distribute your -4, that's going to give you -8x minus 16 minus 3. All right, what's next? We have to add up anything on the left side of the equal sign that's like terms. So look, I got 3 numbers right here I can add up. Okay, well, add those 3 numbers up and tell me what you get. 35.
16.
All right, 16. Did everybody get 16 on that? All right, so now from here, I'm going to let you guys move over positive 16, make it a negative 16. See what y'all get on it from here. All right, what's y'all's answer? Let's check it. If we move over positive 16, that becomes a negative 16. That gives me -4. Last step, what do we divide by?
No.
Yep. -4 divided by -8 is going to be positive 1/2 for your answer. All right, so that's going to be what problem number 1 looks like on Wednesday's test. It's going to be one of those. That's it. That's all you do on that one. All right. Any question on number 1 before we go to number 2?
Wait.
All right, Fish. All right, number 2. 2x to the third plus 13x squared minus 7x. Okay, we went over this on Thursday, I believe. We got to find 3 answers, right? Each number has an x in common. What are you supposed to do when each number has an x in common? Y'all remember? Take out an x out front, just like this. All right, write it down. If every number has an x, take an x out front. So that one goes down to 2x squared plus 13x minus 7. All right, correct. This x out in front becomes x equals 0. That's where you get your third answer from. What do I do with these 3 numbers here? Let's do quadratic formula with those 3 numbers. That will give you your second answer and your third answer. Do that and we'll check it. Okay, 2 and 3 I thought were pretty easy. 4, 5, and 6 I think are definitely hard. And we haven't gone over this very much at all either. All right, let's go to 4. Number 4, I got x to the 4th minus 2x squared. Move that 15 over, that's a negative 15. So you guys go ahead and move over 15. All right, so we have to factor this one out. I can't do quadratic formula on this one because it's got an x4. Remember, you can only do quadratic formula when you got an x squared. So we did one of these last week. What goes here and here? So that when I times it, I get x4. Yeah, x squared and x squared. Everybody good on that? What if it was an x6 in the front? You would have an x to the third and an x to the third. Okay, and so on. What numbers go here and here that equal 15 when I multiply them?
3 and 5.
Good. Which one's positive, Adam? Which one's negative?
I'm guessing 3 is negative.
Let's see, when you add them up, you got to make them equal -2.
Or negative 5.
So it's -5, right. All right, so that's how you factor that one out. You've got to factor this one. All right, next step. If I move +3 across the equal sign, that's going to be x squared equals -3 and x squared equals +5. Write it down. Okay, so from here I got to get rid of the square root, the square sign. So I've got to take the square root on each side. Now you can't take a square root of 3 and you can't have a negative. So how do I fix the negative? Make it an I root 3, plus or minus I root 3. So really my first answer is positive I root 3. My second answer is negative I root 3. But you can leave it plus or minus. You don't have to write them both down. All right, over here, same thing. I take a square root of 5, and it's just plus or minus root 5. All right, so we had to find 4 answers on that one, and we did. And we'll do 5 and 6, and we'll have a bathroom break. Question, go ahead. Square root of 3 is not a perfect square for 3. So you just leave it root 3. Okay. Now, if it was square root of 4, CJ, I could break it down and make it a 2. Square root of 9, I'd make it a 3. But square root of 3 doesn't have one. It was a negative, so you got to have your I. All right, 5 is different. We got x minus 5 root x plus 6. All right, so we've got to factor this one. All right, I showed you one of these Thursday also. When you've got a square root of x, you've got to start both answers with root x. Go ahead and write square root of x in the front of both parentheses. All right, what numbers can I times here and here that give me 6? Let's try 2 times 3. Both negatives. Now let's make sure this is right. When you times it, you get positive 6. When you add them, you get negative 5, so I know it's right. All right, any question about that step? All right, next, if we move over minus 2, that's going to be a positive 2 there, and that's going to be a positive 3 there. Write them both down. All right, so how do I get rid of the square root symbol? Square both sides. So this answer is 4. This answer is 9. Now, last week I showed you guys that we need to throw out some of these answers, and I showed you the shortcut. What was the shortcut? If either number is a negative before you square it, you're going to have to throw it out. So that one's okay, and that one's okay. Both of these are okay. All right, what happens if you throw out both answers? You don't have any answers left, so it's a no solution. All right, good. I showed you 5. Y'all try 6. What's that? On 6, I don't think we do. Let's do 6. A plus 3 root A minus 54. All right, I know we got to factor it. 54 is 9 times 6. So I got a plus 9 and a minus 6. All right, so I'll move my positive 9 over. That's a negative 9. I'll move my negative 6 over. That's a positive 6. All right, so I square both sides. This answer's 81, this answer's 36. Now, which answer do I throw out? You throw the 81 out because it was a negative before you squared it. It's not going to work. The only answer on this one's 36. All right, let's take a bathroom break. Come back and do the back.